you hear me? Mm. Oh, sorry. So can you see and hear me? I don't know. Sorry about this, guys. I am. Okay, let's go. I'm just going to carry on. If you can see and hear me, okay. You can see me okay as well, yeah? I'm just going to post the list, and then we'll get to it. So I'm going to have to post the list in 2 halves because it is quite long, so just bear with me. Now it's okay. Awesome. Hey, Nat Nat. Right. So we've got a 2-part list. I'm Anne. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to post your question again. And we'll get started. So just check that the link should still be working. Nat, because you've just come here, so if you can let me know if that link is working, that would be perfect. Right, thank you, Anne. So Anne asks, the guy we spoke about last week chose not to move forward with me because of spiritual reasons, but he still loves me and stays in contact. Even though he's not, how disappointing again, even though he's not taking steps towards a relationship, he's also not letting go. Why is he still holding on to me, unable to fully release this connection? You know, when you say spiritual reasons, Anne, is that, can you elaborate more on that? I'm just, obviously whatever you feel comfortable with. It is, Nat. Thank you for confirming. That's awesome. I'll just check that you've gone on the list. You haven't. Oh, you've already put on the. Sorry, Nat. You've already been on the list there. Excuse me, I didn't see that. Right. Anyway, Anne, let's get to this. So the question is, why is he not letting go? Why is he... I mean, if he says that he loves you, you know, it's a head over heart kind of... but let's see what Spirit says, okay? So this is what we're looking at in a way. Why isn't he able... Sorry, just move this. Why isn't he able to let go. The world cosmos, endings, new beginnings, new chapters. It's a major arcana as well. Tells us about the depth of feeling. I need to pull another card to get some more clarity on this. I'm going to ask what his, likely actions as well will be within this. Another major arcana. And so this is, he feels that strong connection, okay, that lover's connection, that love that you felt as well. So that kind of soul connection. And interestingly, it's like, even though you know that you say, so the spiritual reason he mentioned was that he faced several struggles throughout his journey to come see me. He said it's not God's will to proceed with me. I mean, you could view that in, and how does that ring true for you, Anne? Because it seems like, that there's several ways that you could view that, isn't it? That you could just, I would see that as, you could fight to see what someone, and that it would be about being determined and overcoming obstacles and still being together. This is the reason why he can't let go, is because his heart, I think his heart wants what his heart wants. Tell me more about this. I'll pull one more because I just need this world cosmos, because it feels like that there is some kind of new chapter beginning nonetheless. It may be that there's something here about endings and new beginnings, and him being maybe caught in that space in between of being fearful to start a new beginning and to really move forward. That's what I'm getting this world cosmos, because it's about needing to let things close out, which could be other things that are going on in his life. Maybe even just thought patterns, belief systems. Maybe this is the way that he has thought for some time. And there's sort of this need for change. I feel like Spirit is encouraging him really to embrace this new chapter with you. But there's some resistance here, which of course, is about free will on his part. But it's like that the energy between you both is good, and I feel like that really he's resisting it for what doesn't seem like very substantial reasons to me, Anne. This is an opportunity for a new beginning for him, and yet he's holding out on it. One more card, Spirit. Yeah. Another major arcana. So look at this, and 3 major arcanas. The Hanged Muse is about being stuck. It's about which I've felt and picked up on. It's about a need for a change in perspective, okay? There needs to be a shift in perspective in him. What I would see as spiritual growth is seeing this, it's all about how you view it. This is an opportunity with you that I feel like it's almost like he's resisting God will. I don't know if you have shared this with him, if that would be worth. If that would be appropriate. Try to convince him. To me, it's like if he believes this perspective or not, it's like that this situation, this opportunity is happening and is something good and something he needs to kind of release this old way of thinking. He needs to have this shift of perspective. The universe is encouraging him, is pushing him, is opening him up to this, and he is, just like you say, he is resisting. He's not seeing things straight, and I suppose that must come from a place of fear ultimately. And maybe he's someone who, you know, wouldn't be able to move forward with marriage, etc., with anyone. It's disappointing nonetheless for you, Anne, that there's 3 major arcanas here, which tells about the depth of opportunity, the depth of the potential here. And his spirit is clearly kind of advising here of what needs to happen for him. Let go of the old, embrace the new. Here is this lover's connection. The Hanged Man is a change of perspective. But, you know, we can't obviously make that happen in him, and you can't. Release it for now for best you can, and see if he's able to come to this conclusion, and, you know, on his own, if he's able to make these connections and have that shift that may be possible. Obviously, it would take more cards to dig into that. But, you know, there's a lot of powerful energy here, and I feel like Spirit really laid it out there. And this is something, yeah, this is really an opportunity that is missing, Anne, here. Keep us posted. A tricky situation, yeah. So next up we have Vinda. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Please post your question. Or Verinda. I'm sure, sorry if that's how, if you're still here. I'm glad that it resonated, Anne. Thanks for confirming. Hi, Archana. You're on the list. Oh, hey, Verinda. Thank you. Nice that you're still. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Sorry about the disconnection that we had, yeah? Thank you, lovely. I'll keep an eye out for that. I can see, like you say, it has doubled up there. Yes, keep us posted, Anne. Keep us posted. I hope he's able to make that shift. I really do. So Verinda asks, hello, I wanted to know what is coming ahead in my connection with NT. No contact. X. Thank you for the context. I appreciate that. Let's get to it. What's coming ahead of this connection? We get another Hanged Man. Again, the message is here, Verinda. The Hanged Muse, so it's a major arcana. It tells me that the connection between you is still strong. So even though you're in no contact, this tells me energetically that you are still connected. It tells me, you know, you may feel their presence. You may have lots of thoughts of them. That kind of vibe, yeah, okay? And this is that you're both still connected here, okay? Now, the Hanged Man brings the message that there's a change of perspective that needs to happen about how we view this connection, about how we view this situation. There is a stuck energy at the moment with them, okay? But they're not in a, it's quite an uncomfortable position when we see the Hanged Muse, okay? It's like that this person isn't having a good time, okay? It's uncomfortable, it's not pleasant. They are unable to, they're grappling with this situation. and they can be mulling over it in their minds. Often with the Hanged Muse, I always feel like it's like you just want to kind of this situation to change, or this situation to, like, it would be easier just to walk away from the situation, but they're not, because of the connection, they're not able to do that. So you still play on their mind, but they're also having, I don't know what brought this to a no contact situation, but they're in the process of gaining a different perspective. Tell me one more, Spirit, what comes after this? What will this change in perspective bring, you know? Are they going to move towards you? Are they going to be able to make this leap? This is a victory of sorts. Six of Inspiration is a positive card here, Verinda. It's a victory, success, which suggests to me forward movement, them coming back to you, reconnecting with you in some ways, hearing from them again. But because of this Hanged Muse, there may be delays. It will involve patience. It may be a significant amount, you know, we don't divine timing, but they need to sort of grapple with their thoughts about this connection and whatever went down between you before we can move into this victory energy. This is like you being, I suppose, in many ways getting what you want, being successful, being victorious. So you will get what you want, Verinda, which is, you know, which I presume is like reconciliation, or at least a reconnection, hearing from them again. But they need to iron out some issues here with that Hanged Muse. At the minute, they're stuck. But I do see that changing in the future. No problem, Palabi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're actually next on the list. So please go ahead and post your question, Palabi. Oh, I see how we've got the repeating list, yeah. You're welcome, Verinda. Keep us posted on that situation, on that connection. If you could hit the heart button, I would appreciate that, guys. Whilst you're waiting for your reading, or if you enjoy your reading. Please like and share if you can. So just tell me more about your situation, Palabi. Like I said at the start, I don't know if you caught it, I'm an energy reader, so the more I know about your, just whatever you feel comfortable with, but give me some context about this love connection, I'm assuming. Are we in no contact, you know? Is this an ex? I also don't do timelines. So when you say, when will I unite with him? I don't do timelines. So what I'll do is I'll have a look at his energy towards you. Okay? And see where he's at. Obviously, you would like him back in your life. Let's have a look what's going on. A specific person, but not an ex. Okay, so let's see how he feels about you, about this situation. But just to be clear, I don't do yes, no questions, and I don't do timeline. there's a tower moment happening here. This is a major, lots of major arcanas happening today. It's probably back, just off the back of the full moon. I don't know how everyone experienced that full moon in Libra there. The tower moment, Pallaby, is, so they are, this is about their energy, okay? So they're going through a tower moment. Tower moments are sudden changes, things breaking down that we didn't expect to break down, okay? Old energy being cleared out in order to make way for the new. So I feel like I'm going to pull one more card for clarification, but I feel like that this is what they're caught up in at the moment. I don't know if you know anything about what's going on in their life. You know, if you're in no contact maybe, but if you can see on social media or hear through friends of friends, etc. But a tower moment is quite an upheaval, a period of upheaval. And this is what I think is going on for them right now and consuming their energy. And Spirit, what about this connection though? Can you tell me anything more about the future of this connection then? Three of Voices, there is more healing that needs to happen here. The Three of Voices about some heartache, some heartbreak here. Potentially that it can be on both sides, you know, if you're feeling this in this breakup, but also that this tower moment can bring some sadness and grief for them as well. Like I say, without knowing what's, you know, I don't know if you can confirm either way, if you know what's going on in their life behind the scenes or if it's just total blackout. But the tower moment would suggest that they are having a very hard time with something. And this is kind of putting this situation with you on ice. Okay, Pallaby, for now. Because then we've got the Sun card, which is actually the sun comes out from behind the clouds after the storm. Which suggests is more hopeful, which suggests that, you know, after this dark period, really, there is then a period of happiness. So this is probably when more likely that the doors will open and that you will hear from them and have some communication back from them with the Sun card, which does feel like this breakthrough moment. This sun come out from behind the clouds time. So you don't know. Hi, Ivo. Thanks for being here, my love. It's a no contact now completely. So yeah, dark period they're going through, Pallaby. Things are on ice. Well, this needs to happen. So ultimately, it's positive with the Tower card, okay? Because it means what's happening in their life is stuff that doesn't align with them spiritually in their spiritual path, is leaving their life and is opening up the door for Spirit is currently putting them on a path, putting them on a path that does align with them, that is spiritually alignment. Once that dust has settled, okay, once that, in a way, once they're on track, then we have this, the sun comes out and there is more space for this to revisit this connection. Only you can decide if it's too long that you're waiting. That's free will, Pallaby. Okay, so, you know, like I say, things are, you will be waiting for whilst that Tower moment happens, whilst that dust settles. It's up to you though how much that you want to give to this situation to wait. So I hope that resonated. Hope that helped, Pallaby. Tia Bia, my love, you are next if you want to post your question. We have Tia Bia and we have Flores as well. You're welcome, Pallavi. Thank you, Tia Bia. Just wanted to get an energy check between me and Jay the Leo. Sure. I'm assuming we are done and the chapter is closed. Okay. Just need confirmation. This is your energy, Queen of Pentacles. I'll pull another card, but this is like feeling stronger, getting on more stable ground. I think he will sense that about you too. Can you see how strong this Queen of Materials, Queen of Pentacles it is? Tell me more about how Jay the Leo's feeling. I think he's picking up on this strength. That's why this has come through. That's why this message has come through to you. I don't know if you're feeling that as well. What does he want with this connection? Ooh, that old devil energy. Back to his old ways, back to his old self, that devil energy. Because when I was shuffling the cards, what I heard, which is, you know, when you said, Tia, I'm assuming that we are done, and I heard came through was, I wouldn't be so sure. So communication could come back around, cross paths with him, you know, him trying to speak to you, trying to reconnect, but it's with this kind of devil energy still about not being able to, you know, break his cycle. You're feeling stronger, you're in a better position now, maybe less susceptible to this Tia Bia, to being sucked into that kind of energy. It tells me that he's still continuing down this road, still in this kind of energy. And that tells me that it's like that chain hasn't broke with you. There is still some connection, but it's not the energy really that we want to see, yeah? Anything else, Spirit? Oof, Death card. 2 major arcana, so many major arcanas today for everyone. Big energy about Death card, transformation. There needs to be, which we've seen time and time again, there needs to be a change that happens within him. At the minute, he's still falling short. The Death card is about death of the old, a new beginning, there being some kind of transformation here. That's what needs to happen, but obviously that is on him. There's nothing you can do. You just have to continue being this Queen of Materials, showing up like that. I do see, let's say, you feeling stronger. I feel energetically that he knows that you're stronger. She's so determined. She's thriving more. This is the direction that we're going in. He is still stuck in that devil energy, so you could very well hear from him again, but he's not showing up in the way that we want him to, because this death, this transformation, death of the old, breaking these chains, that habit there needs to be a big transformation in him. So confirming in many ways there, Tia, more of the same. And what he's offering doesn't feel enough. But you may very well have the opportunity to return to it. But imagine that it's not something that you would want to go back to. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonated. Next up we have Flores, my love. If you are here, please post your question. Tia says, just as I thought, thank you. Yeah. I'm glad that confirmed for you, Tia. So Flores, I don't know if you're here. I'll do shout. I know there might be a bit of a delay in my chat updates, but if not, then we also, next on the list, we have Nat Nat, my love. If you are here, please post your question. For those waiting, please, or if you enjoyed your reading, please give this live some hearts and share. So Flores, Nat Nat, Lacey, or is it Lace? I'm not sure. If you're here, my dear, please post. Whoever posts first, I will read for first. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Yeah, Flores, Nat Nat, Lace, or Lacey. Is anyone here? I'm going to close the free list. Okay, so Lovely, if you are here, please go ahead, Lovely. Thank you for letting me know. Everyone else must have had to go. But Lovely, thank you. And go ahead, my dear. Where is everyone, Ivo? I know. I did have some tech issues. I might have lost a few people then. I see you're on the list, Ivo. It's nice that you're getting a reading. I don't often get to read for you. Thank you, Lovely. So just tell me a little bit more about Josh, the situation. Are we in a relationship? Are we in no contact? Is this an ex? The more context that you can give me, it allows me to connect with your energy and the people in this situation. So I'm not a psychic medium. It's a different kind of reading. No problem, Ivo. I'm glad that I can read for you today. I was dating him, haven't spoken in a few days, so only been a few days, lovely. But let's see what's going on with Josh. Four of emotions, interesting. This is someone who, so this is their energy, okay, that we're looking at. This is someone who is feeling some kind of rejected in a weird way, almost like a sulking energy, lovely, when I see this. So I don't know if anything happened, or has it just, do you feel like you've just been ghosted? You know, I don't know if there's any build up to why, you know, things have suddenly maybe gone quiet for you. Now the Three of Cups is when someone's in this kind of energy, feeling it could even be, if it doesn't feel like it's in this, it doesn't resonate with this connection, it could even be something that's happening outside of yours and his connection, okay? But tell what resonates with that. Something's got them in this sulking energy, feeling dejected, feeling rejected, doubt, like, and they've gone inwards, okay? They've closed up. And they're focusing on kind of what's got something, whatever it is that's kind of not gone wrong, that has not worked out, sorry, that has gone wrong. Now, what they are missing in this energy and what is the potential for change is that there's a fourth cup, okay? So this is like a new perspective. It really comes with a message of, you know, let's shift out of this closed up energy. Let's take a risk again. Let's open ourselves up, because what we're feeling, what we're seeing, it's not quite right in some way. It's like they've took something the wrong way. Thanks, lovely, for letting me know. So they've took something the wrong way. It's almost, whenever I see this card, I always feel like it's like their ego's been a bit wounded. Tell me one more card, Spirit, please, about this. Now, when someone's in this energy, my advice is generally just to leave them to it. You can't really pull someone out of this. They just will come out of it in their own time and move to this fourth cup, which is like you being able to move on, really, both of you, from this kind of energy. But yeah, tell you what resonates. If you feel like something has been said that's, you know, they've took something the wrong way, their ego's been hurt, or let's say it can be something outside of this connection that's got them in their feelings, got them feeling they've took something the wrong way. And then we have another major arcana. Everyone's getting major arcanas today. Awakening, which is, I see this really as just them opening up again. Can you see how the heart chakra here, an awakening? So it's like shifting out of that more moody, negative energy. I almost wouldn't give it too much weight, actually, lovely, with this silence, with this quiet. It could be something about their character, about their personality. Maybe they are a bit someone who retreats into themselves, is a bit sensitive, has a bit of a sensitive ego. You could have misunderstood something that you've said, or like I say, if that doesn't listen to your intuition on this one. It could be something that's not to do with you, but it is affecting you, if that makes sense. Okay, wait for them. I do see them coming out of this. This awakening is them literally the shift that I was talking about with this fourth cup. Heart reopens. they kind of shift perspective on this, maybe realize that they weren't seeing things really clearly, were being a bit oversensitive, took things the wrong way. So let them do their thing. Don't try and dig them out of this hole. Just let them do their thing and wait for this shift to happen. And then I see the energy between you improving. So I hope that resonated. Keep us posted. No problem, Nat. Please go ahead and post your question. I know I am having some connection issues, I think, today, slightly. Bit all over the place. Please go ahead and post your question, Nat. Yeah, he'll have to initiate. Exactly, lovely. So you've got your head screwed on with that. I see that moment happening, him making that shift, and then it's like we can move forward. So Nat, please post your question, and then we have country after that. Just get ready for after Nat, please. Let's have a look, Nat. So if things have felt still, Nat, obviously I don't know what's going on at the moment for you, but the two materials is like entering some kind of connection, so it being like a busier time. The two materials is, it's like what can be described as a busy time, but also like it doesn't necessarily have to mean about like having lots of things to do kind of busy, more like a sort of emotionally full time, so a lot going on. Yeah, ups and downs, but not in a negative way, just in that kind of, there's a lot going on. Like if you imagine the waves of an ocean, yeah, like having to ride the wave. So this speaks to me about, you know, kind of really having a connection with someone where there's a lot of feelings, okay, there's a lot of emotion. And what the tendency, say the message or the caveat, the message of the two materials is to remember to stay centered, to stay grounded during this time, okay? So as not to get overwhelmed, because you know that kind of new love feeling, that new attraction feeling, it can easily, you know, overwhelm us. But it's also something to be enjoyed, a period to be enjoyed. So if we're not there yet, then this is what, you know, the question was, what's coming? And if you've had a period of maybe stillness, of quietness, it's felt like there's not been a lot going on, that could be where you're at now, then this is going to change. Stuff is going to start happening. Connections are being made. A specific connection here, I think, that is going to usher in a lot of feelings, excitement. Roses being the symbol of love as well, yeah? Oh, you're actually super busy right now as well. So you're already in that, yeah? But this being in the area of love, so I don't know if that's where you are already busy, Nat, that there's a lot. It's like that energy of juggling, really, in a way. So just Spirit says stay centered, stay grounded. So country, my love, please post your question when you are ready. Thanks for letting me know that you are here. Love is stale, lol. Yeah, so this was specifically, so maybe you're already feeling that busyness in other areas that will then move into the love area, because that message specifically was for love, okay? Thank you, country. How is DJ? Libra love interest feeling about us since our put it all on the table conversation last week? Oof. That sounds interesting, country. How did you leave feeling after that conversation? Let's check what DJ is feeling. Libra full moon just gone as well. I'm going to take that. Oh, happy. Happiest card in the deck, the Sun card. Open, happy, sunny. Another major arcana. They're feeling good about it. So I don't know if that came across at the time. If you've had any follow-up, you feel the communication is a lot better. That's good. So they're feeling good about it too. I'm glad that, you know, it's good to have these conversations, yeah. Sometimes it's difficult to broach that, but it can really pay off, yeah. Keep things clear. Anything else, Spirit? Ooh, 3 of Voices. Wonder what this heartache, some kind of healing that's going on. Maybe this is healing for them from some, I don't know if they've had some kind of heartache, a difficult love situation in the past that has maybe, you know, we all have baggage, yeah, that they brought with them. But this is a card of healing. So I feel like that maybe with you, country, being able to work things out and work things through and have these kind of conversations, it feels different from maybe what they're used to. And this is healing for them. Maybe it's healing for you too, but this is their energy that we're focusing on. What's these 3 voices? I mean, this could be if there's been heartache, you know, there may have been heartache in this connection already. I don't know, obviously, what's going on in your situation, country. So tell what resonates with that. If you feel like they've been hurt by you, even, that could be the case. Or if not, this is someone who they've been hurt by in the past. Either way, though, this conversation, this way of communicating, this putting it all out on the table kind of conversation uplifted them and did make them feel happier about the situation. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Hanged Muse, it confirms, another major arcana, it confirms that there is perspective shifts that are happening, okay? It's not necessarily, when we see the Hanged Muse or the Hanged Man, it's not about doing anything, like taking action necessarily. All the change that needs to happen is just about how we think about things, so how they view the situation, how maybe they view what a relationship means. It has the bright yellow of this sun card though, which I'm drawn to as well, which is kind of mirrored here. So I feel like they're in the process as well of shifting their perspective to a more positive place, to something better, understanding that the change needs to come from how they view what's expected of them, how they need to show up, what a relationship is. So this is a good healing opportunity for them with this Three of Voices. Where that source of pain comes from, you may know, you may not know. It might be between you two, or it can be someone from the past. But ultimately, with that Sun card coming out, country, this is a good thing for. This was a good thing for both of you, for sure. So next up, we have Samreen Tech. I'm just going to try and sort out this list because obviously I had to restart. It was... Oh, here we go. No. I'm glad that makes sense, country. Let me update the list, guys. So we have... There we go. I know that our Peter was here somewhere. I don't know if you're not on the list, our Peter. If you do want to be on the list, let me know, because I know there was a bit of a mess up with because the connection went. So who's still here? Just let me know who's still here. We've got Samreen Tech, Sinise, Archana. You are on the list, Archana. You're after Sinise, if you can just see there. We have Sonali, Kristin, and Ivo. I didn't see your name there, Bahar. I can add you to the list though. I'll still have time. I know you were here earlier. Thanks, Kristin. Thank you, Sinise. Thanks, Ivo. So I'll read for Sinise because they're first on. If I don't think Samreen Tech is here, so I'll read for Sinise. And then Archana, you're after Sinise, just so you know. How does Patrick see me? Is it romantic or not? I was dating him. Let's have a look at Patrick and how he views you, Sinise. Eight of Inspiration. So Sinise, this is fire energy, the element of fire. Inspiration, so in the traditional deck, is wands. So there is certainly a physical attraction here, that spark, that magnetic pull, that kind of energy, because it's about our wands is all about our heart, or inspiration, and fire is about wands. Is about heart desires, passions, you know, that kind of energy. So it certainly reads straight off as there being a physical attraction here for sure. Now, I need to find out more, just because Eight of Inspiration is like fast moving energy. It's about change. It's about, you know, it looks to me here like they're moving towards you. Yeah. But are you, am I right that you're in like no contact at the moment? Awakening tells me a shift in their, you know, a shift in them, their heart opening, them having some kind of realization. Whoa. So I do see them with these cards. I do see a shift in them returning to you if there has been silence, or if this has been, so you're in no contact now. They see with this Eight of Inspiration, them returning to you. There they are, returning to you after this awakening. Can you tell me anything about the block now, Spirit? Or what stalled this connection? Knight of Materials. Weirdly, this is like just Knight of Materials is about, it's actually a slower moving energy. So this was like, what was the hold up? What was the, I don't know if something happened between you. Obviously, I don't know the full situation, but sometimes the Knight of Materials just, this is the kind of energy that they bring, that they can take their time. They do things on their own schedule. They won't be rushed. But when they do offer something, it is genuine and it is real. So it's something that you can rely on, something that you can trust, okay? And then this is them having some kind of realization, some kind of their heart chakra opening. And then this is the movement that we've been wanting. This is the movement that we've been hoping for. And then making some move back towards you, Denise, okay? So these are all positive cards, really. So I would watch this space, Denise, and see what they come forward with, okay? When they come back in with some kind of communication to you. Something worth exploring. That Page of Pentacles, that Knight of Pentacles, sorry, is that kind of energy of doing things on their own schedule. Hey, Chanley. Nice to see you, my love. I hope you're well. Hope you're well this Monday. Archana, my dear, please post your question. We have Archana next. Happy Monday, Chanley. Okay, so we've got Archana next, who's posting their question. You're very welcome, Denise. Keep us posted. And then we have Sonali. If you are still here, please just be ready to post. Let's have a look at Srinivas Rao. Any communication, Archana, since I know that we had a lot of confirming cards that there was still a lot of feelings for you with them. Have you made attempts to reach out? Let's see what's going on with this connection, or divine guidance for this connection. There's that old, have you made attempts to reach out to them? because that's what I think in the past is what's this is them, the heartache, heartbreak. I think that they fell over this connection between you. I know that the timing was not right for you, but now that's changed, I believe. Have you attempted to talk to him? Page of Inspiration. You did try to reach out, okay. Okay. Well, that's all that you can do, yeah. Got Knight of Emotions though here, so maybe this is like a love offering coming through when we see the Knight of Emotions. Page of Inspiration. I almost feel like this is still, they're still hurt, yeah, over what happened. You've reached out, so you've said, you know, you've left that door open. Page of Inspiration is fire energy. I almost feel like there's still some, alongside with this hurt, there could still be some feelings of anger along with that. You know, anger and hurt and pain obviously go kind of hand in hand because it has this kind of explosive energy here. But it's because there's a lot of emotions still here. There's a lot of feelings, yeah. But then we do lead with this, or end on this Knight of Emotions, which is a softer energy, which is much more loving energy. Emotions is in the traditional deck Cups. So I don't do timelines, Archana, okay? Do you feel like, I don't know if you would feel open to this, have you made it clear when you say you've communicated? If you have been clear, maybe even apologized, if that feels right, or being clear about what went on for you. You know, then may need, because there's still this hurt and pain, there may be some need to really be very direct about your side of things. So not say just simply hi, it's me, you know. It's more like, this is what went on, I'm sorry if I hurt you. You did tell him clearly. Okay, so you've done everything on your part. There's nothing else that you can do on your part, Archana, okay? You know, we can't, you know, how much that you want to wait for him is up to you, okay? Because if you've apologized, you've told him how you feel, you know, if he's not able, if he's still in this energy, you know, we must ask ourselves the question of how much do we want to wait for someone? There is love and there is feelings here for you, for sure, from him. And it tells me that it will soften these feelings here. But do you want to... Yeah, there could be aspects that are going on in his life that also are making him more unhappy. But I do see it being specifically about this connection. Maybe, you know, it's... If you want to wait for him, I would say that. But maybe, is it possible, Archana, as well? Can you... I don't want you to... Can you explore other opportunities with other connections as well? You know, we can wait for someone, but we don't have to, you know, live a life of isolation and not explore other opportunities whilst we're waiting. Yeah? But that, again, free will, you know? Free will on your part there. Okay. Sonali, are you here, my love? We have, just let me know who's here, because we have the last three on the list. We have Sonali, oh no, and Bahar, sorry if you're still here, Bahar. Sonali, Kristen, Ivo, and Bahar. Just let me know who's here. Sonali is first. Then Kristen. Then Ivo, then Bahar. Okay. If you feel clear about that, Achana, then absolutely, then that's your intuition and you can trust your gut on that one. So Kristen, hi, thanks for letting me know, Ivo. Kristen, just both post your question actually, and I'll read for you. Kristen is first on the list, then Ivo. I think Sonali must have left. So this is for Kristen. Let's see what we have. Kristen asks, how will my Leo and I be able to navigate our differences? So are we, Kristen, are we in a relationship still? Is this... We're connected, yeah? Let's have a look. This is a good question for tarot. Navigating differences. How, Spirit, how can they navigate these differences? You will be able to navigate them. You will succeed. Starting off strong. I'm going to dig into how, but this tells me that you will be successful. Lots of inspiration, lots of wands. Breakthrough in communication, like whatever this issue is, Kristen. So this difficulties, this differences, I think has felt like this. Can you see this kind of wall, this blank wall? Like maybe it feels like that you're, you know, coming up against this roadblock a lot, or you can't see a way through this right now. It feels like something that maybe you've been trying to, you know, it can often be an issue that keeps coming up. But this is a breakthrough, okay? Can you see how in this wall there is now been a hole that's punched out, okay? And the way forward, the way to work this out and the future will become clear, because this person here is looking to the future. Two of inspiration is about being able to plan for the future again. Telescope here, sort of, you know, having that viewpoint, yeah, being able to, it being once maybe it can feel like, I don't know how we're going to get through this, I can't envision that, and then there's a breakthrough moment and you can. One more. What kind of energy or approach do we need to bring to kind of, this is both very hopeful and very positive cards. Can expect some more ups and downs with this Two of Materials. We just need to stay centered. We need to stay grounded. I thought as well, because this is kind of your energy, victory, success, Kristen. I feel like you need to stay strong in like there's some boundary maybe that you're setting, or that you are being confident in kind of what you're saying, what you're communicating, because there's lots of fire energy here, which is about being direct and being quite forthright. The Six of Inspiration as well is about, when we see six, it's about balance as well and coming back into balance. Just that this energy of this card is about holding strong to me as well in this reading, about you holding strong in what you want, your beliefs, setting boundaries. Ups and downs, you will have them, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that this is going to end, needs to end. We just need to stay centered and grounded so we don't spin off. Okay, one final card, Spirit. Five of Voices. Even if you have arguments, even if you have crosswords, which Five of Voices can sometimes crop up, the five is always the promise that this will actually blow over. It's almost, maybe, I don't know if you feel like, many people, I've experienced this as well, where if you have disagreements or arguments in a connection, it can feel like a really big deal, and like as if this is kind of end of the world feeling, like end of the world vibes, and that this relationship is going to end and shut down. And it's not the case. It's like we can disagree and we can have arguments even, but with the five, it's like it will blow over. We have an argument, we disagree, we work it out, we'll move on, things settle down. So maybe it's okay to get a bit more comfortable and building trust as well in a connection, that we can have disagreements and we can overcome them. It doesn't mean it's the end. Kristen says, yeah, I'm laying down my boundaries because I feel strongly about it. And that, and Spirit is backing that for sure. That's you, and I feel like you will be successful in doing this as well, Kristen. So trust that and stick with it, yeah? There will be a breakthrough moment where it becomes clear we're going to be able to get through this. Ups and downs are okay. We just need to stay grounded, strong in what you're doing. And it's okay to have arguments and disagree about certain things. It will pass. We can, like I said, we can have disagree on certain things, and it doesn't mean that this relationship has to end. We'll work through it. We'll work past it. So maybe you're also just coming up against that. I don't know how long this relationship has been going on, but it's figuring that out with each other as well, about navigating disagreements. But yeah, I do see you being successful with this, Kristen, so stick to it. That feels the right thing to do. Keep us posted. So Ivo, my love, are you still here? I hope you are. Thanks for your patience in waiting. We have Ivo, and I don't know if Bahar, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong, if you're still here. Thank you, Ivo. Ivo asks, I'm a bit confused as to why KBR has not reached out to me as yet regarding a job. Or will it be a different company? Or should I just try focusing on the family store, not formally employed? Okay. You're welcome, Kristen. Okay, let's have a look at this for you, Ivo. Let's have a look at the energy around this KBR. How long has it been, Ivo? Might just be, have they ghosted you? Oh, thank you, Kristen, for confirming. I always love to have those follow-ups. A couple of weeks ago about a job offer, you gave me the Page of Cups and I did actually get the job to start soon. Awesome. Thanks, Kristen. Okay, so this is KBR energy. What's going on with them? Four of Voices, in this context, Ivo, I almost feel like they're taking their sweet time, like, because this is like a card of rest, but it almost feels like that they're taking their time. So were you expecting to reach out for, or is it like an agency thing, just about, it doesn't really matter in essence what the ins and outs of it, but the energy from them is, it's almost a little bit lax, Ivo. I don't feel like it's anything to do with you. I feel like that they just have a bit of a, take their time in getting back. There isn't that kind of sense of urgency that maybe there needs to be. Okay. Six of Voices ultimately though is about a positive transition from difficult choppy waters into calmer waters. Okay, so maybe that will come through for you actually in the end. Okay, it makes sense what you're saying. His position is dependent on them securing a certain contract. So we're in a waiting period maybe. Okay, there's not a particular sense of urgency from them. Maybe they've just done their part and then it's over to, you know, another department, another company, however it works, the ins and outs. I hope I haven't lost connection again. Six of Voices though tells me either that they will come through with something and that you will move. I often get this card that it can feel like that you're actually on your own. You can feel very isolated, but this card is the promise of, it's a 6, so things coming into balance, you moving into calmer waters and getting what you want. I know that you've had to be incredibly patient, which is tricky always, to stay in a positive mindset when we are in the unknown and we don't know what's coming. But this is also, this card interestingly comes with the message that there is help from unexpected places. So someone sort of coming through for you, or a job opportunity that maybe was unexpected in some ways, and that coming through. Yeah, it's always like this like lone ranger that I feel like that you're literally like out on a limb here. and this card is the promise of actually someone, even if it's just their job that they work for an agency, but it's like they come through with something. Yeah, they do come through with something for you. Questioning yourself, yeah. Okay, and then there was another part of the question which I'll look at. About, I just try to focus on the family store, or should I just try? So I wouldn't just try to focus on the family store, because I don't think that, maybe that's okay. It offers some kind of security in the meantime. But I do feel like that, like I say, an opportunity will come through. So don't give up. Keep trying. Anything else, Spirit? Sword, this is voices, which is swords, which just is a quite angsty energy, yeah? The lone shepherd. No horse. Yeah. Anything else, Spirit, for Ivo? Lots of sword energy here, like I say, Ivo, which is hard. It's really hard to... It talks about anxiety and, it's hard not to think the worst. We're feeling the sharp edge of the sword. But this is something coming through for you. And there we go. This is the offer. This is the job offer, Ivo. Page of materials. It's a money, in things improving on money. It's an opportunity. It's an offer. And this is genuine. This is tangible. We've shifted out of this, things almost being in the ether, in the mind. Like it can often feel like when we're not getting any information back that, we are alone, that we're out there on a limb. We don't know what's going on. This person, this energy, this company is taking their sweet time. Everything's sort of gone blackout silent. It's really hard to hang out in that unknown. But here we go. Page of materials. This is the offer that we're waiting for. Very good, because materials is earth energy, so it's all about jobs, money, career. This is the opportunity that you've been waiting for. It will happen. It will come through. So that's confirmation for me, Ivo. Keep applying. Yeah. Help at the family store. Keep drinking coffee. I love it. Yeah. Ivo, yeah. Oh, God. I've lived this as well, Ivo, what you're going through. That terrible kind of waiting, and I know that feeling. But hold that card image in your mind. That's the job that you've been waiting for. So I can't wait to celebrate with you, Ivo, when that happens. Yeah? I can't wait to hear that good news when you can say, I got the job. Okay, I'm going to end the live here. Thank you everyone for your questions. Sorry about the technical drop-off. Wishing you all a good rest of the day, rest of the evening, wherever you are. I will be back on Wednesday for a midweek tarot read. Please be sure to join us then. But wishing you all love and light. All the best, guys. Ivo says, last message from Ivo here. Thank you, claiming that energy. Yes, so mote it be. Looking forward to keeping you updated on the change on things. Whoopee. Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing you say, I've got the job.